And today is April 14th, 2025. And the day is... You know what day it is. You know what day it is. It's Monday.
Baby, I'ma be a motivation.
Motivated Monday. Let's get motivated for the work week. Let's get ready for this work week.
Yeah. Go. Motivation.
Let's handle business. Perfect time to start handling our goals. Let's get it. Let's get it for the week, guys. Let's do it. Whatever you're into, whatever you do for work, sales, whatever it is, let's go get it. Motivated Monday.
Girl, I turn that thing into a rainforest.
Last week I did roller coaster Mondays. Because the Kings were just pissing me off so much, up and down and losing streaks and stuff. Last week was roller coaster Monday. But today is a motivated Monday.
Go. Motivation. Motivation.
Motivated Monday. Yeah. And my cup of joe for today's Motivated Monday is... Well, they're here. It was a long road, a long stretch. The season had its ups and downs. It was definitely a roller coaster season. Roller coaster of love, baby. The Kings roller coaster. And that's what I call it because, man, this Kings team had its ups and downs. This season was crazy. Coaching changes, top of the roster player changes, all the losing, all the winning. It was, it was just a wild season. It was, to me, this was one of the hardest seasons to be a Kings fan this year. It was just wild. And one thing I hope for this team, for the Sacramento Kings team, is some damn consistency, man. It's like, this is what I've been wanting for years, is some damn consistency. And they finally had their coach. I thought they had their coach. You know, they had their all-star, top of the lineup, all-star point guard, and they drafted in my opinion, all-star level center in Domantas Sabonis. And they had DeMar DeRozan, you know, another scorer, somebody to help Fox. And I thought that they could do big things. And I didn't think Mike Brown needed to be fired. Yes, they were in a losing streak when it happened. I want to say they had lost like 7 games in a row when Mike Brown got fired. But yet and still, I don't feel like he had lost the locker room. He was still teaching guys. He was staying on guys, yeah, and he was hard on guys at times. But I don't know. In my opinion, that's what a coach is supposed to do. You know, these guys aren't so soft and so sweet that they can't take criticism, you know. I hate that about some of these millionaire ball players. They're divas. Some of them are just divas and can't take somebody criticizing them or yelling at them. And I don't know if that's why Brown was fired, because he was too hard on the guys. I don't really know. You know, I'm not in the locker room. I'm not Monty McNair. I'm not the front office. I have no idea. But I just didn't think Mike Brown needed to be fired right there at that time. And then they put our guy, Doug Christie, in that interim position. And it's like, with the team we had, it was not a complete roster. And it's like, almost like you're setting up our guy Doug Christie, who always wanted to get a head coaching job, a head coaching position. It's like you're setting them up for failure, is how it felt. Because to me, in my opinion, from the beginning of this season, the Kings did not have a full roster. They did not have... Their roster felt unfinished. They didn't have a decent backup squad. And there was, I guess the starting lineup was decent, but we had nobody coming off the bench. And real championship teams, their bench is usually filled with really good players. Like a team that could almost start, and be good, is what our backup bench should be. Or if, we want to be championship contenders, we want to be able to sub a starter out for a guy that can probably start on another team, or at least hold it down damn near as much as that starter we took out could. So from the beginning of the season, to me, the Kings didn't their roster wasn't all the way filled in. It wasn't filled up. And in my opinion, we didn't have enough height. We didn't have enough, there was no backup for DeMondis. I mean, we had Alex Lynn, but he wasn't getting any time, and they just wouldn't play him. I don't know why. I thought he should have got more time. And last year, we even had JaVale McGee, who I thought was serviceable for at least lobs and blocking guys. I thought he was a good backup. They let him go. Now they got Jonas Valanciunas, but it took to the middle of the season to get him. And just in my opinion, the Kings roster wasn't filled in all the way from the beginning of the season. They fired Mike Brown in the height of us losing 8 games in a row. I can't remember what it was. And that triggered a whole little chain of events. And De'Aaron Fox ended up requesting a trade out, where he kind of made it seem like he wasn't requesting a trade out, but it was kind of evident that, and he even said it himself, that the head coaching inconsistency and having 5 different coaches in his 8 years as a King kind of bothered him a little bit. So in my opinion, we had that head coach that we needed. Keep him in there, let him do his thing for like 4 or 5 years. But they fire him a year, or less than a year after he signed an extension. So that was weird in itself. De'Aaron Fox, he gets out of here. We trade for the other Bull in Levine, who came in kind of, trying to figure out his role and figuring his way out, which he finally figured his way out. And it seems like he knows his role on this team at this point, and has been a lot more aggressive as of late. But this season was just wild. And to be honest, I'm glad the season is over. I'm hoping that these guys could win a couple games in these play-ins, beat Dallas, and then they're going to have to go in and beat between the Warriors and the Grizzlies. It's going to be interesting to see who wins that game. That's going to be a very interesting game. But if we have to play the Warriors again to make it to the playoffs, I'll probably be really sick to my stomach, because I'm so tired of them. They're trying to say they're not a rival of ours, but the Warriors are our rival, at least, in distance. They're only about 80 to 100 miles away from us. Regionally, they are our rival. Western Conference wise, they are our rival. I don't want to play them. I'd rather play the Grizzlies, but if we play the Warriors, that's fine. They're not the greatest team, even though they did get Jimmy Butler, and they started doing really well with Jimmy Butler. I'm just waiting for that plane to crash, because Butler crashes every team he goes to. He's the ultimate diva. If things ain't going his way, he's going to want out. So I'm just waiting for that to happen, or him and Green get into some altercation or something in practice, or even in a game where some crazy shit happens. But, Green knows who to mess with. He probably wouldn't mess with Butler. Butler's a little gangster, so he probably wouldn't mess with him. But it's going to be interesting to see how the Warriors play versus the Grizzlies, who comes out of that one, and to see who the Kings are going to play. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, because we do have this game on Wednesday versus Dallas that we need to win. So let's just stay on that subject for now. Get this win on Wednesday and move on. As I've been saying throughout the whole season, Kings just need a win. They just need to play together and get one win at a time. Get this win on Wednesday, and hopefully they don't go fishing on Wednesday. I would like to see the season continue at least a little bit longer, but it's yet to be seen. So hopefully we can go out to Well, it's actually home. We're playing the G1C. Hopefully, we can go out to the G1C. They light a fire under their asses, beat this Dallas Mavericks team, who, in my opinion, doesn't even want to play anymore. I think they just want to go fishing. They want to end their season. Kyrie Irving is not there. They probably just want a fresh start at the next season. AD got traded from LA, so he's feeling some type of way. Kyrie Irving got injured. They probably just want to start fresh next season, have both of those guys back and in tune. So I don't think they really want to win this game, but the Kings cannot come out lackadaisical. They need to go out and fight regardless. So, bottom line, the Kings morning after. Bottom line. Today's bottom line is, and I just kind of said it, the Kings need to go ahead, take one day at a time, play Wednesday. They play Wednesday and play watch tape. They have time for a little bit of rest, watch some film on the Dallas Mavericks, get a feel for how they're playing with AD. They haven't played them all season with AD in the lineup, so this will be the first time they actually play them with AD in the lineup. Domantas Sabonis has done a pretty good job against AD in the past. Go ahead and guard him as hard as you can. If you don't want the season to end, Domantas Sabonis, go ahead and guard AD the best you ever have. And in my opinion, Domantas is one of those guys that by the way he looks out there and body language, he's been playing hard after his ankle injury. He's been playing hard, and he wants this. He wants to play in the postseason. So you can see it in his steps. He's been very aggressive, and hopefully he comes out that way on Wednesday and dominates AD. Hopefully we can get Levine. Hopefully we can get Zach Levine, hitting his shot, hitting his three. He's been very good from three as of late, so hopefully he can keep hitting his shot. DeMar, this is the time when we really need DeMar, is in those tough, hard playoff situations, clutch situations where the defense is tightened up. He's going to use that OG midi game and create some turnarounds and some jump shots for himself. And one guy I really want to see out there pushing is Keegan Murray. I would like to see Keegan Murray play really aggressive against this Dallas Mavericks team. I would like to see him out there pushing guys around, bumping guys, and I want to see him driving to the basket. I would like to see a little bit more of him driving to the basket, especially in this upcoming game. Keon Ellis is our DN3 guy. He's been playing a hell of a job on defense, getting steals, getting strips, especially in the end of the game. Keep doing that. Keep hitting your three. He's a very good three-point shooter, a lot better than I even realized. And don't turn the ball over. Keon Ellis just needs to not turn over the ball and be aggressive. When you have your shot, take it. He defers a lot because we do have scorers that can take control of the ball like Levine and DeMar. But Keon, I'd like to see you be a little more aggressive, maybe drive to the basket here and there, but keep making that three, keep doing what you're doing on defense. And Valanciunas, he's been coming off the bench hungry. Trey Lyles has been filling in great, and he's been hitting his shot. Trey Lyles has been hitting his shot, which is good to see. They just need to continue doing these things. They're on a high right now. They're doing good. Ride this roller coaster. While you're up high, keep it up high. Don't go down. Don't fall down the roller coaster just yet. Keep going up. Okay, keep going up. We're on that chain. We're getting pulled up. Let's keep going up. And this Kings team, hopefully, will battle it out on Wednesday, give us a good showing, and make it to that next game. That's my bottom line. And my cup of Joe. French roast, one creamer.